Welcome to our monthly series, Month 1 Emotional Companionship. I am Jacqueline, professional matchmaker and owner of Intuitive Matchmaking. Are you ready to find love, enjoy love, keep love? Well, get ready to take some notes. Many people often say to me, I'm single because I haven't found the right person yet. Yes, this is true, but I will promise you that as a professional matchmaker, the number one reason the right person has not arrived yet is because there is something visible or invisible creating a distance from that person feeling welcome and invited to get to know you. If you will let yourself be vulnerable enough to grow, I can assure you truly life-changing opportunities to be unveiled every month you work through the assignments and challenges that I create for members. Please take your time and really think about the honest answers to the following questions. Write down your answers, as seeing them in print will bring even more validity to the feelings that you might have been pushing away. As your journey to find love, enjoy love, and keep love continues, go back through these questions and make sure that you are still addressing the ways that your emotional space is seeing you. You ready? Let's get started. What emotional companionship are you carrying around that can be emptied to make room for someone new? Many very successful people don't realize how much extra weight they carry around every day as they look to create the life they've always dreamed about. Emotional baggage can be many different things, from physical excess weight, inadequate job, loneliness, overconfidence, and an inability to become emotionally vulnerable to love. Many people have no idea what they use to give themselves emotional companionship. Take the time to start thinking about it, and as you work through these assignments, it will become clearer. Number 2, how do you spend your free time? Can you cut this down to make time for someone who wants to get to know you? How often is your schedule too full to really meet somebody? Many people create an overly busy life to not have time to slow down and hear themselves even think. Stop and ask yourself why you need to be so busy. If you create a wall by appearing to have no free time, then a potential partner will likely not be interested if they wonder how you'll ever have time for a relationship. You'd be amazed how many times this becomes an obstacle in a very early stage of dating. People put up emotional barriers and don't realize the other person really just wants to get to know you. Number 3, what events or relationships have caused you to protect your heart the way you have been? Are you ready to release and make room for new memories? Take some time to think about this. Whether it's a marriage breakup or a partner being unfaithful, the heart has been hurt and needs to heal for the opportunity to find love again. It is lots easier said than done. Some people are scared to fail, so they don't even get started. It's really important to become clear how you don't want to repeat patterns from past relationships. But in order to move forward and realize the emotional companionship that is taking space around you is now making it so there's no room for the love of your life to show up. Do you find you're hesitant to find love because your parents' marriage failed? Ask yourself what relationship examples you like and which ones you are fearful to repeat. This is a time to be honest with yourself, so you know which examples of your past or someone else's that you are letting control your future relationship choices. For some people, their parents had such an amazing marriage that they can't even begin to compare that in their own choice of love life, decisions, and vulnerability. So you have to decide the love life that you want, the relationship commitment that you want, and not do it from a rearview mirror of looking at what other people have done to make your decision. Is there hurt caused by an ex taking up emotional space? How can you move past this? Think often about how many times do you bring up your ex. Maybe it's a matter of missing your ex and thinking there's things that you would have enjoyed. Maybe there's times that you say angry thoughts, and if it wasn't for your ex, you wouldn't have to deal with those things. Every time you talk about your ex in a way that keeps them alive in your space, even if they're not participating, it is still another level of emotional blocking. If you're a single parent and need to keep working with the parent of your children, even while you have to heal your pain, it can be extremely difficult to get enough space to heal. It's very important for you to be aware of your own personal boundaries. Take the time to understand how the marriage was and how co-parenting is now. What are some steps you can take to own your heart and your life again? Yes, you might have given your heart away once, but it is still yours and it's okay to take it back. Remember, this is your life and you get to decide who gets to be in your emotional space and who you'll be vulnerable to. Not all relationships that end are on a negative note, but it's important that you make the right emotional room for the right new person that will give you the right love and true honest support that you've been craving. What steps can you take right now to clear out emotional space for a new person in your life? Just as you want to work on letting go of past relationships, remember every time you think about that person or talk about that person in a conversation, it's almost just like you've just added them to the table. If you're in an intimate relationship but you're thinking about an ex, kind of like having an extra person in the bedroom. It's important to keep your privacy, your heart space open and available for the person who is showing you attention, who is nurturing you, and someone that could be a healthy relationship. Unlike the one that didn't succeed, often we tend to look at the one that we missed out on, but many relationships end for a reason, and it's important to allow ourselves to be open and available for what is in store with the right new relationship. Think about your thoughts and dreams. What fills your day? Look at where you can adjust your calendar for love and think more optimistic thoughts for being positive when someone new arrives. Making time and making emotional space are not always easy, but boy, do they make a difference. Create the vision in your mind, what it's going to feel like and be like to have that wonderful person. But you do have to start with the first date. So know that the work is going to be worth it when you're clear and that when the right one arrives in your life, you'll know because it's what you've been dreaming about. Pick a new hobby or grab an activity to see what sparks your interest. Being fun and engaging is a great dating conversation. Plus, when you enjoy what you do, others see, and it can become a great conversation piece. It truly is powerful. If you have something that is current with the time, starts up a conversation, it allows your conversation on your date to show that you have something more than just looking for a relationship and your job and your children, the expectations of your day-to-day routine. A lot of times people want to meet somebody that does something new that will bring interest to their life too. Number 6, look around your home. What does it say about you? Is that something that you want to portray to someone new? Is there a lot of masculine energy for the guys having it be all about male items, or is the female energy too high? Is it make someone feel invited? If you brought a date back to your place for after dinner drinks, what would be their immediate impression of you from your home? Walk through your front door as if you're doing it for the first time. Is your home warm and inviting or messy and distracting? Does it look like you are single or still carrying a torch for your last love? Changing the energy of your room is just shifting furniture, bringing in some new colors, sometimes even painting a wall, but it really makes a difference in the way you want to represent to somebody the first time they get to see the space that you live in. The space you live in is a direct reflection of the state of your life at that time. Look below for part 2 of our video lesson. Our lesson's a little bit long, so we had to break it up into 2 videos. Enjoy your second half.